There are 7 levels of web developer income, but most people never make it past level 3. And you might think that's because of skill, but it's not. It's all mindset. And I'm going to show you how you can get through those levels. Now, once you understand how developers at each level think and act, you'll know exactly what's keeping you stuck at which particular level, and how you can climb from being at the broke stage all the way to a principal, senior, lead, engineer, or even a CEO. So grab a notebook, because if you apply this, you'll move through the levels very fast. Now, broke is where every developer starts. It is ground zero. It is the very beginning. It is the very little neuron that fires off and says, I want to become a developer. I want to learn to code. And at that stage, if you're wanting to become a front-end developer, that involves learning HTML, CSS, and maybe your first bits of JavaScript. At this stage, you're watching tutorials, taking notes, but not yet creating anything original or unique. And obviously your income at this point is $0 because you've just started and you're still just building your foundation. And your mindset usually is, once I finish learning, then I'll start making money, I'll apply for jobs, I'll do freelancing, whatever it is. Now, the way to reach this stage is pretty obvious. Just crack open your laptop and start. Go to roadmap.sh, find a roadmap, go to Codecademy, choose a language, and just start learning. Another option could be join our Freelancer Pro program and go check it out and start learning there as well. There are many ways to get started. But do not worry about being good. Just finish your first project, because momentum beats perfection. Now, level 2 is the beginner stage, and that means you've started finishing things. You can now follow tutorials, complete small projects, and your confidence is growing. But you still rely on step-by-step guidance, and every tutorial, every project you create is probably from a video where you're learning how to do it on Rails. Now, at this stage, it is possible to start having an income, and you can get anywhere from $10,000 to $30,000 at this stage, where you can earn to learn by doing freelancing, doing WordPress projects, whatever projects it is. We just had a student get a $12,000 project with a local dentist. They have a budget of $12,000. So he's going to try and do as much as he can. He's doing a 20-page project for them, and he's only been doing it just for 3 months. So there are opportunities out there to make a lot of money, but essentially these websites don't take a lot of time to make, and you could do several a month, several a week, and you stack them up, it's $10,000 to $30,000 a year on average. You know, your average project might be $300, $600, and then you get your $12,000 projects. But these all take time to build up to, and you can all do it at this stage. And your mindset should be at this stage is, I'm looking for clients, and I'm trying to build proof that I am a good developer for someone to hire me. Now, how do you reach this stage? Well, you need to complete 2 to 3 real world projects. So these are things that are useful for hiring managers to look at and go, oh cool, right, so he's built something that I could use for him to hire at my company and him to build for me. Because if you don't have things that hiring managers associate with or find use in you going to their company and building, they don't care whether you build a calculator app, they don't care whether you built a Spotify clone, or they care that you built some kind of tutorial project from YouTube. They want something that is useful to them, and it's a very important mindset to have. And you make sure you complete these projects from end to end, fully finished, fully polished, responsive, no spelling mistakes, no errors, and you include a portfolio, a landing page, and some kind of basic app that ties it all together. Now make sure they're all published and live with demo links in your GitHub profiles and your GitHub repos, in your portfolio links for each project, because seeing your work online changes everything. Moving on to level 3, this is the junior developer role. This is where the real money starts. You're no longer scratching for survival at the very bottom in the broken beginner stage. You are now a professional junior front-end developer by salary. And you can build functional web apps, connect APIs, and deploy them. You've stopped copying and pasting code and started understanding just how things work now. Now, an income on this stage, on average, a junior front-end developer earns anywhere from $89,000 to $97,000 per year, with a national range between $67,000 all the way up to $116,000, depending on location, company, and skill set. Now, cities like New York and Atlanta often push above $100,000, or roughly $42 per hour. And the mindset should be here is I need more experience, I am in my learning phase, and I really need to cover as much as I can within these 1 to 2 years. Now, how do you actually reach this stage? Well, at this stage you probably need to learn a framework or library like React or Next.js, get into TypeScript, start learning about things like Tailwind CSS, but you have to be strong on the fundamentals primarily. So CSS you definitely have to be very strong on. Understand responsive web development, understand the basics of JavaScript, arrays, objects, things like that, and understanding how to manipulate data in JavaScript with APIs, very, very important. And obviously you have to have built some kind of real world app that is actually useful. So building something that is completely your idea, something that has come from your mind, that you've created, and it's a project that you wanted to pursue and you nurture over a year or two, it could be however long you are a junior developer, something that you've built to prove that you can build an app from start to finish, maybe even build it in React Native, publish it to the Apple Store or something like that, or just launch it online. Now the difference between level 2 and 3 isn't knowledge, it's proof. Build something that works and show it publicly. It's as simple as that. Level 4. Now you're dangerous. You are a mid-level developer. You can take a project from idea all the way to deployment. We're talking structure, logic, styling, and hosting. You're no longer just asking, how do I do this? But you're asking, how can I make this better? Now, the income for this stage is typically anywhere from $100,000 to $140,000, depending on the company, stack, and the level of autonomy that you have. So that's how much control you have to basically control the direction of work you do. Now, the mindset here should be, how do I solve problems? I need to become a better problem solver. And how do you actually reach this stage? Well, you take on projects that force you to think, client sites, dashboards, SaaS clones, and you learn to debug, refactor, and optimize performance. Now at this stage, you're transitioning from being paid for a commodity just to build something to actually now for your thinking. Mid-level devs get paid for their thinking, for their thought process, for their understanding of design systems, of the whole software that they're building. So not just the typing, they focus on problem solving speed and code quality. So you're starting to transition from someone who just gets a ticket told to build something to someone who now has to come up with a ticket, who has to think of the solutions for problems, who has to sit down with different departments and help with the solution. So it's a different mindset. Level 5, senior developer. You've gone through the pressure, all the launches and all the production fires, and you now understand systems, trade-offs, and the impact of your decisions. And your income goes from around $130,000 to all the way to $180,000 per year, or more, because it's often higher at tech companies. At this stage, it can go all the way up to above $400,000 or beyond. It just varies wildly at this stage, but on average it's about 130 to 180. And your mindset should be at this stage is, I lead projects and I take ownership. Now, how do you actually reach this stage? Well, you have to master debugging, error reading, architecture, and communication, because oftentimes you're not just going to be speaking to developers anymore, you're going to be speaking to the product team, you're going to be speaking to project managers, stakeholders in the business, maybe salespeople. It could be a very wide range, so you need to be able to communicate with non-technical people at this stage and communicate technical ideas in a non-technical way. And you also need to learn to explain why you approach your work in the way you do and help guide junior developers effectively, because you may start to slowly creep into leadership positions at this stage, and a lot of junior developers look up to senior developers and oftentimes ask them for a lot of guidance, so you need to get a little bit better at that. Now, oftentimes senior developers grow by teaching others. As the saying goes, one of the best ways to learn is to teach. It forces clarity and ends up building leadership capital, which is perfect for the next few stages. Level 6, the lead or principal software engineer. So this is a stage where I spent about half of my time as a software engineer. And at this stage, your code affects entire teams, companies, and entire products in general. You architect systems, make tech decisions. Now the income typically at this stage is anywhere from $200,000 to $400,000, depending on the company and responsibility. If you're in big tech, your seniority and the time spent at a company and the impact you've made and the case studies you've built then impact your income even further. So you could grow 10-20% per year even when you're already at $400,000 if you can give good reasons through case studies, by taking ownership, building projects, and really doing cool stuff with your time to make sure that you get that extra bump. And some of the ranges are very high. There's some great case studies of salary ranges at Amazon, at Google, Facebook, or Meta, of people who are at this stage, but then they can just keep growing, and then they just essentially make their own income. There's some senior software engineers who are upwards of $1 million a year because they have gone through that stage of just creating so much value, creating so many case studies. But $200,000 to $400,000 is the average range. And the mindset here should be, I lead people and strategy. That's the key thing. At this stage, you may be coaching multiple software teams, you may be advising multiple software teams, you may even be leading multiple software teams or a single software team. That is the power of being a lead and principal software engineer. Now, how do you reach this stage? Well, you learn about leadership. There's a lot of tech leadership information out there. There's in fact tech leadership conferences as well you can go to and learn and watch. But most of it's about understanding how to do good delegation, give good feedback, and how to get good at impactful decision making in really a very short time frame. To learn how to be a lot more considerate with the words you say and when you're in a team. Because oftentimes when you get to a certain position as a software engineer, everything you say is very valuable because then it gets used to make decisions, it gets used to make timelines. So what you say you have to be a lot more considerate with because it gets used for estimations and so many other things. Now at this stage you do not scale by working harder, but by multiplying others' input. So if you've ever heard of the 5x dev, the 10x dev, that is the stage that you want to get to. You want to be one of those people who comes in and makes such an impact that you are as productive or have an impact of 10 developers or 5 developers simply by the advice you give, the consultations you give, and how you help the software process wherever you are. Leadership is a skill. Treat it like one. Read, study, and practice it. There's a lot of great books out there. There's a lot of great conferences. Go check them out. Level 7, the final boss, in the literal sense, because at this stage you become the CEO and the owner. And that's the stage I'm currently at. This is where you stop trading hours for money. You've now built systems, an agency, a SaaS, or a product that help you earn whilst you sleep. And you've gone from coder to creator or founder. Now the income here is obviously unlimited. It depends entirely on your systems, your products, and your leverage. I mean, if we look at the Forbes top 11 richest people, a lot of them were programmers. If you look at Zuckerberg, Bill Gates, Elon Musk at one point, and the list goes on, the Google guys, you name it. There are so many people out there who once were programmers who are now millionaires, billionaires, you know, whatever number you can think of, they're out there making it. And quite a lot of them were front-end developers at one point. So the mindset here should be, I create opportunity and I create value. I personally prefer that I create value part of it, because if you create value in content creation or in a product, there will be someone out there willing to buy it from you or consume it. And solving problems is also another good one. I mean, a lot of great SaaS products come from solving problems, but I think creating value is the main one. And how do you actually reach this stage? Well, you have to think beyond the code. You have to change your mindset and you have to become an entrepreneur. You have to study business, marketing, and automation. Your value isn't what you build anymore. It's in what you build, what does it do for others? And that's the key distinction there. And at this level, code becomes a tool for freedom, not employment. Now the shift that gets you to level 7 is very, very simple. Stop thinking like an employee and start thinking like a builder. Employees ask, what should I do next? And builders ask, what should I create next? That single shift right there will change your entire trajectory in life. So which level are you right now? Comment the number or the level below and say what you're working towards next. If you want to move up faster, subscribe, because I teach front-end devs how to build real projects, land clients, and turn coding skills into income. And if this gives you value, save the video, because when you hit your next level, you'll want to come back to this exact video and see where you are. So I hope that was useful. I'll see you in the next one.